You're watching India Today for the last a little now, over 24 hours. We've been reporting live. Right behind me is the crash site. You can see the mess of the BJ Hospital hostel. The latest information, viewers, just about a little over 1 hour. There has been a big breakthrough where investigations are concerned. I want to take you through. The black box has been recovered. Sources say the black box was found on the building rooftop. DGCA have ordered inspection of the AI Boeing fleet as well. And the Air India now will carry out additional maintenance of 787. So the DGCA has come out with a new protocol in terms of maintenance and there are new norms as per the DGCA. But to take you through on the importance of the recovery of the black box, right behind me, that is where the black box has been recovered. You can see the tail end of AI 171 and at the tail end assembly was where the black box was recovered on 3 counts, viewers. The recovery becomes very, very important. Number one, all conversations in the cockpit now will be, which were recorded in the black box, will be revealed, and that's very, very important. Number two, all machine sounds, beeps, distress signals, all of that now will also be recorded. Number three, over 1,000 parameters on the mechanical front will be embedded where the black box is concerned. Even though investigations are going to continue for months on what is recovered from the black box, at least in the next 48 to 72 hours, there will be an understanding whether or not other Boeing 787s need to be grounded, or is it just limited of what happened yesterday, limited to this particular flight alone. So in that aspect, it's all the way more important. Also, will there be far-reaching implications, because Boeing has sent a team. There are teams coming in from across the world to study the air crash right here in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. I want to cut across to my colleague because there are two sides to the story. One, the tactical investigation side. They found the black box right here, and the other one is the human side. The human side is the one that has taken the maximum toll. In terms of the enormity of the catastrophe. And if there is a picture of that, because that is playing out at the civil hospital in Ahmedabad, where till now the death toll has been confirmed at 265. It is going to rise, unfortunately, because those on ground, some of them have been critical. Air India has already announced that out of 242 passengers on board, 241 have been killed. There have been one, you could call it a Hail Mary moment where this crash was concerned, one lone survivor who actually practically walked out of the wreckage. I want to cut across right now to my colleague Vidya, who's been joining us from the civil hospital. Grief, Vidya, is one of the toughest assignments for a reporter to document. You've been speaking to the family members over the course of the last 24 hours. It's not easy. Bodies have been moved out from the post-mortem area, the mortuary, which has been overflowing, because one needs to get now an understanding, Vidya. DNA samples of loved ones might be collected. We've been told that over 200 DNA samples have been collected. Only 8 bodies have been handed over to relatives because only 8 bodies are recognizable. The rest, the toll is 260, viewers. The rest are charred beyond recognition. So DNA samples have been collected ever since the course of last evening. And with the record of that DNA samples, the doctors at the civil hospital, there have been teams that have been flown in from across the country, will try and match whether it matches with not just bodies, because unfortunately so was the catastrophe that the remains have come in terms of body parts as well. It's going to be a massive exercise that the civil hospital in Ahmedabad would need to carry out. Right now, Vidya, I believe they've given a window of 72 hours, but with what most doctors seem to suggest and tell us, it could be a long winding wait for, the loved ones, the families who've been here, hoping at least, to give a graceful funeral to their loved ones in a death that has been so public.
In fact, Preeti, I've been speaking to families, and one thing is what I felt is specifically is that, yesterday when I came in from Mumbai, when I spoke to people, they seemed to be understanding, but as the hours pass, as the time is ticking, we see quite a little bit of restlessness. I was speaking to a couple of families today, and they were mostly of the opinion that, they have been waiting, and the wait seems endless, though they have been told 72 hours of wait is something that is mandatory because that is what the procedure will take. But it is every few hours that the hours are passing by, the families seem to be getting a little restless. In fact, some of them that we have been speaking to, one of the family member was very specifically said that, all that the administration has done is to tell them that wait for a phone call. Now, this one wait for a phone call is for the next 72 hours is something extremely difficult for a family that is grieving to hold on to make sure, and especially remember, there are families back home. There are people here who are there waiting to take bodies, take a handover of the body. They have to travel all the way to their villages where the rest of the family, the rest of the village is waiting for their loved dear ones' bodies to arrive. So, and for the final funeral to take place, and for them to get a closure. But certainly in this, the restlessness is definitely increasing.
Well, Vidya, proverbial closure is far right now for at least what we've been told, 240 families. Because they've given their blood samples, they've been waiting. I spent all of last night at the staging area where they are conducting DNA sampling. And there are families grief-stricken. They've come from far. They're just sitting there. They're hoping it will happen in a couple of hours. Constantly, the authorities are going to them and telling them, listen, it's going to take at least 3 days. But they're not leaving the site. They're just sitting there. I had a conversation, and I think, as a journalist, it's a conversation I will remember. I spoke to an old couple, and their son, daughter, and grandchildren were on board this ill-fated flight. And they said, uska phone abhi bhi ring kar raha hai. His phone is still ringing. This was despite Air India declaring 241 dead on flight AI 171. It's, I wish it on no one of the scenes that have played out at the civil hospital since last night. I want to just take our viewers back, because what you see right behind me is the crash site. This is the physical manifestation of one of India's biggest air disasters, aviation disasters. Where Vidya is the civil hospital, is the emotional manifestation, and that is far more overbearing of what you see just behind me. This is what we recorded, my camera person Sanjay and I. If catastrophe had a picture, it would be this. As I have walked in over the last 1 kilometer, all I have seen, and I will show you, in time, there are fires which are still being put out, and this is the tail end of the aircraft, of what you can see on the crash landing of AI 171 London bound. I want to immediately try and get, our viewers a sense in terms of what really happened. I have a nurse, because this was a hostel for medical students. I have a staff nurse who works at the, at the
Ashram quarters.
She lives at the Ashram quarters, which is right next to this particular hostel. And ma'am, सबसे पहले अपना नाम बताएं.
मेरा नाम है आरती साधु. मैं यहाँ सिविल हॉस्पिटल में काम करती हूँ. आई डिपार्टमेंट में हूँ. मैं नाइट करके आई और सब रेस्ट कर रही थी दोपहर.
कहाँ पे है आपका घर?
हमारा यहाँ पीछे के साइड है. आश्रय मिथिला क्वार्टर्स है हमारा. बिल्कुल सामने है. जो आश्रय मिथिला क्वार्टर्स है ना, यहाँ ये पीछे का रास्ता है, वो पहले आता है. हाँ, तो हम सो रहे थे, तो एक धड़ाका हुआ, तो हमने देखा, तो बाहर निकले तो सब धुआं और आग फैली हुई थी चारों तरफ. सब आग, कुछ दिखता ही नहीं था, बस धुआं दिखता था.
I'll give you a sense. About over 1,000 rescue personnel on ground. They are from the CISF, the Rapid Action Force, the RPF, the Coast Guard. कब से हैं सर आप यहाँ पर?
1:30 बजे से.
1:30 बजे से. क्या देखा सर? अपना नाम बताएंगे?
MJ सोलंकी फायर ऑफिसर.
हाँ जी.
देखा तो नहीं, मैं बाहर वार्डो में था विजिट में, वहाँ से कॉल आया कि प्लेन क्रैश हुआ है, तो हम इधर आ
तब से यहाँ पर हैं, सो दैट्स द
बहुत बॉडी निकल रही,
हाँ जी,
बॉडी बहुत निकल रही,
बॉडी बहुत
बहुत बहुत।
I'm standing at the crash site, and this was the cockpit side, the front of the plane, and then if you go all the way back, you can see the tail end as well. And what you can actually see is a visual of absolute catastrophe. The tragedy and the scale of it can be counted, viewers, if you look at the strewn clothes, medicine, slippers. I saw a watch of all the passengers who were on board. This was the business class section, and those who have been standing here tell us that this is where most, and probably Mr. Rupani, the first class section and the business class section, bodies were pulled out. What you can smell is fuel, because it was a plane which was loaded with about 90 to 100 tons of ATF, air turbine fuel, and you can smell it in the air. You can smell, the smoke, the aircraft burning still, and you can smell, that lingering smell of burning flesh. The tragedy and the scale of it is numbing, to say the least. I have with me, sir, क्या नाम है आपका?
नितिन शाह।
नितिन शाह। आप RSS से हैं?
जी।
यहाँ पे सुबह से हैं?
हाँ, जब से
दोपहर मतलब?
नियर अबाउट 2:30।
नियर अबाउट 2:30।
3 o'clock।
मदद के लिए आए?
जी।
जब आप आए तो आपने क्या देखा?
एक्चुअली पहले पता चला था, वहाँ से यहाँ पे तो पूरा फायर था। नियर अबाउट 4 o'clock तक वो पूरा यहाँ पे आने जैसा जगह नहीं था। एक्चुअली जो हुआ ना, आप कैमरा पे वहाँ पे बताएंगे ना, कि लास्ट में जो बिल्डिंग है ना, लास्ट वहाँ पे टेल, हाँ, वो थोड़ा हुआ था और उसकी वजह से पूरा यहाँ पे आके लैंड हो गया, डिस्ट्रॉय। और करीबन 30-35 मिनट तक तो धुआं ही था, कोई आया नहीं था यहाँ पे।
आप कब पहुंचे?
मैं करीबन 3 o'clock में यहाँ पे आ गया था बाहर।
तब बॉडीज को लेके जा रहे हैं?
हाँ, बॉडी सब चल रहा था।
जो एक सर्वाइवर है, आपने देखा?
सर्वाइवर ना, सर्वाइवर वे तो जो पहले ही निकल गए थे। जैसे स्टार्ट हुआ ना, नियर बाय उनको ये बिल्डिंग है ना, बिल्डिंग के पीछे मिले थे वो। हाँ, ये बिल्डिंग के पीछे मिले थे वो, और वो करीबन 3 o'clock के आसपास उनको तो लेके गए थे। थोड़ा बहुत लोकल इंजरी था, यहाँ पे एडमिट किया था, और करीबन अभी 7-1 बजे तो उनको छुट्टी भी दे दिया है। बाकी लगभग कोई नहीं बचा है।
तो आपने मदद किया एक एक?
जी हाँ, एक्चुअली जिस टाइम हम आए थे उस टाइम पर तो ऐसा था कि पूरा जो भी बॉडी वगैरह था पूरा ब्लेंड था, तो काफ़ी दिक्कत भी हुई। 4 से 5 बॉडी तो हमने भी हाथ से लगाकर भेजा था यहाँ पे से। और इनिशियली स्टाफ वगैरह गवर्नमेंट का जो भी आया, उसके पहले कई ऑटो रिक्शा वाले, कई प्राइवेट टैक्सी वगैरह वाले, उन्होंने भी सपोर्ट किया, वो भी यहाँ से बॉडी को लेके गए थे।
हम गुजरात से, अहमदाबाद से। यहीं पे रहते हो?
किसी एजेंसी से जुड़े हैं?
नहीं मैम।
मदद के लिए आए?
मदद के लिए।
कब से?
3 बजे से।
आप भी 3 बजे से? आपने क्या देखा?
बस ऐसे ही है, बहुत बड़ा सा धमाका हुआ यहाँ पे, और हम लोग सब देखने यहाँ पे आए तो बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था। सब भाग रहे थे यहाँ से यहाँ वहाँ तक। फिर हम लोग यहाँ पे देखने आए तो बहुत पोजीशन बहुत खराब था, कुछ कहने जैसा नहीं है अभी।
तब से आप यहाँ से जो
हाँ, बॉडी सब वो
जो हॉस्टल में जो लोग थे,
करीबन 15 से 20 लोग थे मैडम। मदद, हाँ।
यहाँ से भी
बॉडी, हाँ,
हॉस्टल के अंदर।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
This is what it looks like. It's over a course of about 600 meters. This building right there, completely charred. There's smoke still bellowing from one of the floors. I'll ask Sanjay to actually, zero in there. And this is what it looks like for about 300 meters. The smell of fuel, and that is nauseating. About 90 to 100 tons of air turbine fuel. It was a fully loaded aircraft as it was taking over. The fire department there still at it. It's late in the night trying to put out the blaze. It's spread out. Like I said, it's a disaster zone. And there are fires all across with multiple blocks and buildings of this hostel. What we've also been told is that the aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau is also there. Members of that, they've cordoned off this area right at the end. This is the tail end of the aircraft, and this is where the tail end assembly is, where the black box is supposed to be of this aircraft. We've spoken to some of these officials, and they say that it wouldn't, because at the time of impact and the crash, the impact was curtailed. Usually, when there is a Dreamliner kind of crash, then the debris is spread out and it gets very difficult to actually, find the black box. And here, as per these investigative officers, they did speak to me off record, and they did, some of them say that it could be easier to actually get hold of the black box. One which is at the tail end assembly of the aircraft, and one which is a little, at the beginning of the same aircraft. A brand new football, clearly for a child. There's a tiffin, a snack box for a kid. You can see raisins, nuts, healthy snacks for a child. Handsplast, basically a band-aid for kids. All of that, and then there's a temple right here. God's watching. Sometimes it does make you question on the existence of God. Right there, Sanjay will show you all the luggage which has been strewn about. The officials there, one by one, picking up each piece of that luggage, putting it right there so that doesn't get taken. And you can see the cops here guarding the luggage right there. Now, this is the BJ Medical College mess. This is where maximum fatalities and casualties have taken place, because this is where the aircraft crashed and made maximum impact. And you can actually see the tail end of the aircraft actually right there, plowing through the mess. And it was lunch hour, and many of the students there were actually getting their lunch. Everything is in shambles. Sanjay will actually show you the Junior Medical Association plaque right there. And this was what we've been told, the mess area. This is where the young students there were eating their lunch when the plane tore into the building, taking many lives. Let's try and get up. This is, like I said, the mess area. Brick, mortar, remains of the aircraft, the debris, mattresses, and broken dreams of young lives who wanted to make it big. All sitting, eating lunch, not knowing that a plane is going to ram into their building. That's the wheel of the aircraft. That's the tail end of the body. You can actually see a part of the Maharaja Air India's logo right there. Mattresses of students' rooms, their beds there, and blood stains. And this was the mess. Sanjay will just show you, this was the mess. And this is all but destroyed. And this is where the young students were sitting there grabbing lunch. And you can actually see the remnants of hostel life strewn, slippers, sweatshirts. I just want to take you through, because the students were right here. Their mattresses strewn. We can see splattered blood all over. This was the area where the plane rammed in, and where the students were actually getting their lunch. You can actually, I'll ask my camera person Sanjay to show you the remnants of student life. Slippers, sweatshirts, young medical students, all here having absolutely no idea that an aircraft would slam into them. So just want to take you through. This was the mess area. The police now clearing all of us from here, and understandably, because a lot of press right here. Brand new shirts of young medical students, you can see. This is the mess area right here. Tables, benches, and this is heartbreaking. Clearly somebody was eating his meal right here. And I've counted the number of thalis, that more than 25. This is where they were sitting. Sanjay, just turn around. I'll ask Sanjay, and then you can get a view of how the aircraft actually slammed into this building. That is what I showed you right there. That's the tail end of that aircraft. This is the tables, the benches, and you can see their meal uneaten right here. Want to give in numbers right now because there's no real confirmation, and that won't be responsible to do so. But what we've been given to understand, maximum fatalities have happened right here. All of the clothes that you see strewn around, some of them have been because most of the students were burnt, charred. Some of them had injuries who were taken, and you can see actually blood splattered walls. What we've been told, maximum fatalities from here. The area now is being sanitized slowly, one by one. The press is being escorted out because this is where, I met one of the officers from the investigative agency, and they were the ones who've been looking for debris right here. So they're sanitizing this area right now. This is the BJ Medical mess of the hostel here. Right opposite it, to give our viewers an understanding, this is the mess area. Downstairs was the recreation area, mess in terms of the kitchen, and on the sides you can see a lot of blocks which we showed you earlier. Those are the blocks, the hostel blocks. Those are the ones which are completely charred, on fire. But in terms of impact, you see right at the end, the part of the plane, that was the plane that rammed in, right to the tail end of the aircraft. This was the first impact that the plane made with a building, and it started from here and then rammed the entire Dreamliner, caved in and crash landed ahead. So maximum damage is in this particular area. So 108 for the ambulance. आप 108 की टीम से हैं. So these are the ones who came in. They were the distress call. 108 दबाने से आप लोग आते हैं, एम्बुलेंस टीम आती है. विकास भाई, आपको फोन आया, आप कितने बजे पहुंचे यहाँ? आपका पूरा टीम कितना एम्बुलेंस के साथ आया?
शायद 5 मिनट में तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा सब 105 आ गई थी यहाँ पे. मेघानी नगर आई थी, चमनपुरा और ये चामुंडा ब्रिज.
तो आपका
कॉल नहीं आया था. जस्ट लोग हम खाना खा रहे थे. हमारे यहाँ से 200 मीटर की दूरी पे हमारी ऑफिस है, 1200 बेड हॉस्पिटल. 1200 बेड यहाँ से 200 मीटर दूर है, 1200 बेड कैंप सिविल हॉस्पिटल है. तो वहाँ पे हम खाना खा रहे थे. मतलब खाना खाने बैठे थे, टिफिन हमने सब खोल दिया था. जैसे हमने खोला सब ब्लास्ट हुआ, बहुत सारा धुआं और आग निकलने. तो वहाँ से हम खाना छोड़ के, नहीं कॉल नहीं आया था, सीधा हम सर्वाई के लिए चले गए.
मेरे पे कॉल आया था, मेरे चामुंडा ब्रिज को कॉल आया था. ज्यादा से 5 मिनट में यहाँ में पहुंच गया था. 5-7 मिनट में यहाँ पे पहुंच गया था. जैसे मैं यहाँ पे पहुंचा तो 2 जन चल के आ रहे थे.
2 जन चल के आ रहे थे. आग लगा हुआ था. आग लगा हुआ था पूरे में, बॉडी में
आग लगा था, पूरा ब्लैक हो गया था. और जैसे मैं यहाँ पे आया,
2 जन चल रहा था.
2 जन,
एक नहीं 2 जन चल रहा थे.
और जैसे लेके इसका एक का नाम था भास्कर, जो जिंदा है अभी जिंदा है. वो आपके पास आया. और EMT में था, मैडम थे.
आप लेके गए? आप दोनों जन को लेके गए? दूसरे जन का नाम मालूम?
नहीं, दूसरे जन का मालूम नहीं.
एक वो खुद बोल रहा था भास्कर
नाम बोलता है भास्कर.
तो मुझे फिर से बताओ, आप लोग बाहर खड़े थे तो ये 2 जन आए, इनमें आग लगा हुआ था, उनको लेके आए उन लोगों को, और वो खुद चल के आ रहे थे. तो पहले आग बुझाया?
हाँ, आग नहीं, जो बॉडी जल गई थी, पूरा ब्लैक हो गया था
दोनों का.
तो 2 साथ में लेके आ रहे थे. जैसे हमें 108 में बाहर आता बिठा लिए अंदर.
तो आपने ये 2 लोगों को अपना
10
एम्बुलेंस में बिठाया, फिर बताएं
वो EMT मैडम थी, भावना मैडम,
वहाँ लेके गए। आप कौन सा अस्पताल है? सिविल हॉस्पिटल।
हॉस्पिटल
सिविल हॉस्पिटल यहाँ से लेके गए। कितना टाइम में पहुँच गए?
ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2-3 मिनट ही यहाँ से होते हैं, 2-3 मिनट ज्यादा से ज्यादा।
तो 3 मिनट आप भास्कर और जो एक और उनके साथ थे दोनों को लेके पहुँच गए। क्या कह रहे थे भास्कर?
बस वही बोल रहे थे कि मेरा नाम भास्कर है, बस वही बोल रहे थे।
बस वही बार बार यही बोल रहे थे कि मेरा नाम भास्कर है, और लेके गए। दूसरे वहाँ पे था, उनका हालत वैसा ही था जैसे भास्कर का था?
ऐसा ही था हालत, दोनों की हालत ऐसी ही थी।
जो दूसरे थे वो बोल रहे थे कुछ?
वो भी नहीं, कुछ बोल नहीं रहे थे।
वो कुछ नहीं बोल रहे
कुछ
थे,
नहीं।
पर वो भी चल के आए थे।
हाँ, वो भी चल-
दोनों का हालत कैसा लगा आपको देख के?
पूरा जैसा बॉडी जल गया होगा ऐसा हो गया था, पूरा ब्लैक ब्लैक हो गया था
दोनों का।
हाँ।
और यहाँ आप इमरजेंसी में लेके गए उन दोनों को, और फिर
ट्रॉमा सेंटर में।
ट्रॉमा सेंटर में आप लेके गए।
हाँ।
और उनको वहाँ पे छोड़ा, वापस इधर आए।
हाँ।
और फिर आपको कोई मतलब और जो यहाँ पे जो जिंदा लोग लेके गए या सिर्फ बॉडीज लेके गए इसके बाद?
जले हुए तो शायद 8-9 जनों को हमारी गाड़ी ले गई,
बॉडीज।
एम्बुलेंस।
मतलब वो तब सर्वाइवर नहीं था? नहीं था। आप जब आए आपने क्या देखा? कितने लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया?
मैंने मैडम 3-4 जिंदा बंदी को ले गया, और
जो लेके गए वो स्टूडेंट था, है?
स्टूडेंट थे।
हॉस्टल से लेके गए या मेस से?
बाहर से जैसे वो लाए थे हम
कैसे लेके गए आप उनको लेते? स्टूडेंट्स थे सारे?
नहीं, स्टूडेंट नहीं, यहाँ से ले गए, स्टूडेंट ही शायद।
हाँ। और कितना लोग लेके गए यहाँ से?
लगभग 3-4 आदमी जिंदा लेके गए, और 6 बॉडीज भी लेके गए।
सुबह से दोपहर से ही आप यहाँ पर लगे हुए हैं। आपका नाम सर?
प्रवीण भाई।
कहाँ से, कौन सा? आप भी यहाँ पे 108 से आए?
108 एम्बुलेंस से।
आप भी 1:45 से?
अभी 2 बजे से इधर खड़े थे।
कितना रेस्क्यू किया आपने?
अपने 4 किया।
4 लोग
हाँ।
जिंदा?
जिंदा 1 किया, और 3
बॉडीज, 3 डेड बॉडी। I'm standing right now, it's close to midnight, at the civil hospital, right next to the mortuary and the post-mortem room. The mortuary, the post-mortem room, there is no room there anymore for bodies that have been brought in. Some of them still are coming in. 2 bodies have just come in at this point of time from the accident site. I'm standing right here where I would think if you're a loved one or family of somebody in an accident, you would dread to be here, because the loved ones, the families here lining up, not in hope of finding their loved one alive in the hospital, recuperating, recovering, but here giving their DNA samples, because the bodies that have been retracted from the wreckage of the Dreamliner are completely charred with 6 to 7 degree burns, and they cannot be identified. Some of them even just body parts. And that's why the families there giving their DNA sample to match with the bodies there. So at least, maybe in death, they can be accorded a graceful funeral. So basically, over 150 families have already come in. They've given their DNA samples to be matched with the bodies that have brought in. I was speaking to the lady there. She's a staffer here at the civil hospital, and what she says is that in their entire list of that they have, there is only one person who's not in, and that's the name of the survivor.
Basically, state government has, after this incident, made an order for IS officers to look in various capacities. So I'm looking after this DNA sampling exercise that we are doing here.
So how many family members have already come and given their DNA?
Around for 200 individuals, families have come.
200 DNA samples are already...
I mean, samples can be less. For example, if there are 2 members in one family and then one person who is directly related to them must have given sample. So that is likely to be slightly less than that.
But about 200 people have come in to give their DNA samples. And do we have a count in terms of right now who are still missing, the bodies that have been brought in?
No, this is not our mandate here. I mean, we have been assigned this responsibility. I can comment on that only, yes.
So all you're saying is that right now about over 200, and they've come are these just the bodies, or are these just the family members of those on the aircraft, or also?
They can be both. I mean, we are not restricting to that. So anybody who feels that their family members are missing either due to the crash or they were passengers, so they can be both.
So, and you're looking at that. So this help desk is going to run from when to when?
It shall remain 24/7.
24/7.
मेरा नाम रोनित सिंह नाम है।
रोनित, आप लोकल हैं?
हाँ, यहाँ मैं लोकल रहता हूँ, पास में ही मेरा घर है। जब ब्लास्ट हुआ तो मैं बैठा था, खाना वाना खा रहा था और निकले हम लोग तुरंत ही। तो हम लोग ब्लास्ट की जगह पे पहुंचे, वहाँ पे प्लेन क्रैश हुआ था, किसी को अलाउड नहीं कर रहे थे अंदर जाना। तो मैं मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स हम लोग मिल के हम लोग यहाँ पे जो पीएम रूम है वहाँ पे पहुंचे। वहाँ मनीष सुतरिया साहब है जो हेड है, वो मेरे वहाँ पे वो अकेले और कुछ स्टाफ वाले ही काम कर रहे थे। बॉडीज आ रही थी, फिर हम लोगों ने सबने मिल के वहाँ पे बॉडीज को उठाया। फिर ये रूम पूरा पीएम रूम पैक हो गया था, इतनी बॉडीज थी।
पोस्टमार्टम रूम पूरा
पैक हो गया। जो फ्रोजन एरिया था वहाँ पे भी बॉडीज थी, जो पीछे का बैक साइड का जो सामने बैक साइड का फ्रोजन एरिया वो भी पैक हो गया। फिर उन लोगों ने हमको बोला कि आप लोग थोड़ी हेल्प कर रहे हैं तो अब बॉडीज को आगे ट्रोमा सेंटर, जो पुराना ट्रोमा सेंटर था वहाँ पे ले जाइए। फिर हम लोग वहाँ पे लेके गए ट्रोमा सेंटर को, और ट्रोमा सेंटर में से जितनी वहाँ पे से, क्योंकि एम्बुलेंस आ रही थी, हमने सारी एम्बुलेंस को वहाँ पे रोका और वहाँ से हम लोग ने बॉडीज को अंदर रवाना किया।
यहाँ पर आप हेल्प कर रहे हैं?
यहाँ पे कैसा है कि जो वहाँ पे से सब जो विक्टिम्स है अभी, उन लोग के सब
बॉडीज हैं
उनके
ज्यादा जले हुए हैं।
किसी का हाथ नहीं, किसी का एक बच्चा आया था, उसका सिर खाली सिर था, बहुत हालत खराब। वो सिर भी इतनी हालत खराब थी उनकी कि हम लोगों ने उनको उठा के जली हुई बॉडी, क्योंकि एम्बुलेंस में ऐसे आ रही थी, एम्बुलेंस में से स्ट्रेचर में ले रहे थे। स्ट्रेचर में कैसे, फिर हम लोगों ने खुद ने कफन जो आते कपड़ा मंगवाया, कपड़े से भर के हम लोग तुरंत ही उसको अंदर भेजना चालू किया। तो ये जो फैमिलीज आ रही है वो सारी बाहर से कुछ लोग हैं, उन लोग के डीएनए ले रहे हैं यहाँ पे
करने के लिए, क्योंकि बॉडीज बहुत ज्यादा चार्ड हैं।
ले रहे हैं, किसी के हेयर ले रहे हैं और यहाँ पे ब्लड का सैंपल उन साथ में ले रहे हैं। अभी एक इशू भी हुआ था, थोड़ा फैमिलीज थी तो उनके साथ भी वो सब लोग थोड़े घबराए हुए, फैमिलीज कोई भी
घबराया होगा। सर, आप अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं।
मेरे पापा की क्या गलती थी जो इसमें बैठे थे? पैसे से आप नींद खरीद सकते हो, गोली मेरे सच्ची नींद कैसे आएगी? 1 करोड़ मैं यूं तो देती हूँ, मुझे पापा वापस लाइए। एयर इंडिया वाले को बोलो 1 करोड़ मैं दूंगी, मेरा पापा मुझे वापस करो। अब किस सब से ही मेरे पापा गए हैं ना, आपको चेक करना था पहले, क्यों नहीं चेक किया? क्यों ऐसे हंसे के शिकार बनते हैं लोग? और ये 1 करोड़ में खरीदोगी मेरे पापा को? आप क्या मजाक बना के लगते हो? एयर इंडिया वाले कुछ सुनते नहीं है। एयर इंडिया वाले 1 करोड़ देंगे, 1 करोड़ देंगे, क्या 1 करोड़ देंगे? वो मैं आपको 2 करोड़ दूंगी, मेरे पापा मुझे वापस कीजिए। मेरी मदर भी वहाँ थी, मगर तो वापस कीजिए। 2 करोड़ मैं दूंगी आपको, चैलेंज पाती हूँ मैं एयर इंडिया वाले को। क्या मजाक बना के लगते हो आप किसी भी जान को? कोई कहवा नहीं रहते, बोल रहे 1 करोड़ दूंगे, 3 करोड़ में दूंगी, मेरे पापा मुझे चाहिए। अब पैसों के क्या खरीद सकते हो आप? मेरे पापा को नहीं खरीद सकते ना। पैसों के आप सोने के लिए पढ़न खरीद सकते हो, नींद कैसे आएगी वो पढ़न में? पैसों का मोह की सब कुछ खरीद सकते हो, मतलब सच्चा प्यार कहाँ मिलेगा जो मेरे पापा मुझे करते थे? कहाँ मिलेगा वो? 1 करोड़ में मिलेगा सच्चा प्यार? मजाक बना के लगते हैं एयर इंडिया वाले। बंद कर दो, नहीं होता तो आपको उन्हें किसी जान की भी कीमत न चुकानी पड़े किसी को। एयर इंडिया को खत्म कर दो, नहीं चाहिए। वो तो देश प्रेमी थे मेरे पापा, वो बोल के एयर इंडिया है हमारा देश है, हमारा प्रेम है, और बैठ गए। क्या मिला? देश प्रेम का क्या नहीं करना क्या मिला? क्या किया प्रेम? वो ऐसा प्रेम है इंडिया का।
आंटी, क्या नाम है आपकी मम्मी का?
फाल्गुनी से।
फाल्गुनी जी, मैं आपका ये मैसेज दूंगी।
उसको बोलो 2 करोड़ दूंगी, मुझे मेरा पापा चाहिए, और नहीं आए तो आपका पेन बंद कर दो। अभी चलाना भी मत, किसी भी जान के साथ खेला नहीं कर सकते आप लोग।
That's what heartbreak looks like. That's what heartbreak sounds like. Falguni, right there, has lost her father. She wants to give 2 crores. She wants to give 2 crores to Air India to get her father back. Her mother, her father, gone. She's given her DNA sample. She's waiting for a match to take the body home. Reporting with camera person Sanjay, Preeti Chaudhary at the Civil Hospital in Ahmedabad, Gujarat for India Today. Falguni Pathak sought my camera person Sanjay and I out at 1 a.m. last night. Those were the scenes playing out at the Civil Hospital, the DNA sampling center. It's become the face of the tragedy, and this tragedy cuts deep, viewers, for 165 families. Life as they knew it has changed forever. I went back this morning, back to the DNA center where they're recording, taking samples of DNA of loved ones, because families coming in from across the country, across the world. And what you saw were scenes of grief, of bereavement, more so anger, questions. And some of the families once again chose to speak to us, venting it out, venting their ire out. If there is a picture of abject heartbreak, this is where it is, because since there's been a steady stream of loved ones, families who are coming in, who heard the news for DNA sampling, and I can't begin to encapsulate on what we have seen. God willed this on no one, because these are people who are coming in. These are people who are coming in not to identify loved ones, because they cannot identify loved ones, because the bodies have been charred beyond recognition. These are families who have come in to provide their DNA samples so that in somewhat manner, because there can be a graceful funeral for their loved ones, because bodies can be identified. Late last night I was there and I was speaking to a lot of people who have voluntarily come in to help. I'm going to pull away from that because the families are very, very upset. Some of them have just come in from Bharuch. Ma'am, आप कहाँ से आए हो मैम?
हम यहाँ जहांगीरपुरा रहते हैं और टिफिन सर्विस का मेरा भाई करता है।
आपके भाई का सैंपल देने आए हो?
मैं मेरी मम्मी के लिए आई हूँ। मेरी मम्मी कल से नहीं मिल रही है। कल से हम लोग मम्मी को ढूंढ रहे हैं, कुछ भी पता नहीं चल रहा है। हम लोग आज सैंपल देने आए हैं, अभी आज वापस हमको 72 घंटे बोल रहे हैं।
आपने सैंपल दिया?
दिया।
आपकी फैमिली कहाँ है मैम? किसके साथ आए हो आप?
मेरी फैमिली, मेरा भाई है और भाभी है। हम सब लोग सिविल में टिफिन सर्विस कवर खाने का सिविल में ही काम करते हैं, पर आज इतने सारे डॉक्टरों को हम कितने 14-15 साल से काम कर रहे हैं, सबको हम लोग खाने देते हैं, टिफिन देते टाइम टू टाइम। आज हमारा टाइम आया है कि मेरी मम्मी को ढूंढो बस। हमें इतनी साल आप लोगों के लिए इतना कुछ किया, अब हम लोग कुछ नहीं मारे, एक भीख मांग रहे हैं माँ के लिए, बस एक मेरी मम्मी और मेरी भतीजी दोनों मिल जाए।
आपका फैमिली एक सेकंड, आपके साथ है कोई मैम? कहाँ है बताओ मुझे।
मेरी भाभी है वहाँ।
आप पानी You know, I'm going to just pull away right now because it's heartbreak, like I said. It's as heartbreaking because it's most of the relatives, some of them who have come in because information is little. Though I have to say, and I will say this, that since yesterday, at least the local administration has set up centers, and they've been very, very good to try and dispense information. But as the loved ones are coming in, they really don't know because already, they're grief-stricken, they're bereaved, they don't know who to speak with, and they're coming to the press to ask questions. I've just met this lady. She and her brother have come in and heartbroken. You can see right there, I'll ask my camera person, Sanjay, family members being taken in to give their DNA samples right now, and heartbreaking visuals. You don't have the heart to, even speak with them. You have to give them the dignity. Late last night, there was a woman who came herself to me asking that if 1 crore is being given by Air India, she's willing to give 3 crores to get her father back, her papa back. These are the scenes right now, viewers, and it's a terrible, terrible morning, and I think it's these visuals, these images, I think India will forever remember, going through one of the worst aviation disasters. How many families have given their DNA samples yet?
Around 200 families have given their DNA sampling here, and that is for around 205 people.
205 people.
Yes.
How many of you officers are here, sir?
Sorry, sir?
How many of you officers are here?
From the state government, 4 officers are here. 4 IAS officers have been deputed from the state government here.
Just to facilitate DNA sampling?
Yes, you can say that.
The men with the black cap, the khaki pants are all RSS workers, and this is a time actually to also, viewers, elucidate the stellar job that at least since yesterday afternoon that the RSS has been, the cadres of the RSS have been doing. The RSS very strong in Gujarat, and you could actually see them on ground, since the afternoon. They're trying to help loved ones, worried, in grief loved ones, trying to tell them what's the place to go, setting up small, counters for water, for food, or just information or a shoulder just to cry on. So, just to say that there. Because as any reporter, I would think one of the most difficult assignments is to document grief. And sadly, that is what we've been trying to do since the course of last night. Even more than the crash site, and I have to say this, even way more than the crash site, it is right here at the DNA sampling room that the magnanimity of this accident actually hits you. Right behind me, worried faces just come in. The family behind me has come in from the United Kingdom. They flew in this morning because this is the time, this morning when, after they got to know of the crash, flights have been coming in. Unslept, red eyes, some of them in disbelief, samples given, but and every face that you see, you see the face behind me of this lady. I'm not going to speak with her, but she had a chat with me early this morning. And there are sons, there are daughters, there are parents, there are little grandchildren, for whom samples are being given. Just look at that. Every face that you see tells the story of trauma, of how life has changed in a blink of an eye. For these families, of what they knew life will not exist anymore. Breadwinners of the family gone, young grandchildren, gone. I don't even want to detail, just for dignity of the dead, the kind of horrific, eyewitness accounts that we've been hearing since yesterday, as in what fashion the bodies were wheeled in, some very, very little children. But this is what it, is. I'll ask my camera person to show you right there. That's another family in the white kurta, the lady there, right in front. That's another family that has just come in from the United Kingdom, looking for their brother. and over 200 bodies is what we've been told are unidentified. And this is another set of trauma for the loved ones, because not only have they lost their family, but now the agonizing wait for the last, for the next 3 days continues, because DNA sampling takes 3 days of time to actually, figure out on in terms of the match. So that agonizing wait continues. There are, of course, officials coming in right now inside the DNA sampling room, some of them wanting to meet the loved ones who've gathered here. There is a fair amount of anger as well. There's a lot of disbelief, and there is a pall of grief that is completely enveloped this particular room. सर, आप कहाँ से आए हैं?
गुजरात, आनंद।
आनंद से आए हैं। आप किसी को ढूंढने आए हैं?
मेरा फ्रेंड की बेटी है, 22 इयर्स। ये सुरेश मिस्त्री है।
मेरी लड़की थी, मेरी डॉटर थी।
आपकी डॉटर? सॉरी सर। आपने डीएनए सैंपल दिया?
दे दी है, कल का दे दिया है।
72 आवर्स बोला है।
2 आवर्स बोला है?
72 आवर्स।
72 आवर्स।
यस, नेक्स्ट डे उसने बोला है कि आफ्टरनून शायद हो जाएगा। अभी हमने इंक्वायरी करके आया अंदर, लेकिन अभी तक कोई पुष्टि नहीं हुई है।
72 आवर्स कह रहे हैं कि 72 आवर्स के बाद सैंपल मिलेगा। आप उनकी बेटी यूके जा रही थी?
जा रही थी
पढ़ाई के लिए?
नहीं, वो वर्क परमिट में थी।
वर्क परमिट में थी, काम के लिए वापस जा रही थी।
वो इसको ट्रीटमेंट करने का था, इधर तो ट्रीटमेंट करने आई थी 1 महीना के लिए, डेंटिस्ट के वहाँ।
डेंटिस्ट के लिए ट्रीटमेंट के लिए?
उसका जब जाने वाली थी अगले साल, तो उसका कार एक्सीडेंट हो गया था बहुत बड़ा, तो ये पूरा टूट गया था उसका। तो जाइडस में सर्जरी करवाया आनंद में, फिर उधर से अहमदाबाद का ऑर्थोडेंटिस्ट है CTM में, उसके पास उसका ट्रीटमेंट है, पर उसका पूरा बोन ही निकल गया था ऊपर से। तो डॉक्टर ने बोला बोन बनने में 6 से 10 महीना लगेगा। फिर हमने उधर एक्सरे करवाया लंदन में, तो एक्सरे में बोन दिखा है। डॉक्टर बोला कि अब तुम आ सकती हो। फिर इसका 7 से 8 टीथ बोन इम्प्लांट किया 1 महीने में। इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग थी वो, कोई भी एक साथ नहीं कर सकता इतना बोन। इतनी खुश थी वो ये करने को।
आप ये कल का ही फोटो है?
कल का ही मैं इधर हूँ, देखो 10 इसका मम्मी है।
ये उसका मम्मी है, ये आप है, और ये कल का ही आप छोड़ने आए थे?
वो छोड़ने आए थे, वही है कल का। कल देखो कितने बजे, यस्टरडे का ही है। देखो उसी ने ही सेल्फी लिया है हमारा, उसने भी सेल्फी लिया। और देखो टाइम कितना है, 11 बजे 3 मिनट का है। वो जा रही है, देखो। हाँ, वो जा रही थी। ऐसा पता भी नहीं था कैसा हो जाएगा। उसने भी स्टेटस भी ऐसा डाला था कि वो मिलेगी नहीं हमको।
आप किसके साथ हैं अंकल? आप इनके साथ?
वो मेरा बहनोई है।
आपके पास है कहीं जाने को अभी? मतलब आप लोग रुकेंगे यहीं पर अगले 3 दिन?
उसका देखो स्टेटस कल का, देखो फ्लाइट क्या लिखा है उसने।
उनका फ्लाइट, उनका
उसने क्या लिखा है, देखो उसने स्टेटस में।
Until next time, miss you all. क्या नाम था आपका बेटी?
किनल मिस्त्री।
मिश्रा।
किनल मिस्त्री।
किनल मिस्त्री। Sir, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry, sir. He's not changed his T-shirt. He showed me a picture. He's wearing the same T-shirt. He came to drop her, and he's back to give his DNA sample to identify her. 3 दिन में आपको पता चलेगा।
ऐसा बोल रहे हैं ये लोग, ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि 72 कलाक
मदद आपको मिल रहा है यहाँ पर?
कोई मदद ऐसा बोल देता है, कौन पहचान, कोई रिप्लाई नहीं। अंदर जाते हो तो कोई 72 कलाक तो लगेगा ही लगेगा। हम आस लगाए बैठे कब उसका फोन आ जाए यार, बुला ले हमको। क्या सिचुएशन है।
मेरा अभी बात हुआ है अमित सर से, उन्होंने भी बोला है कि जब तक सीएम से उनका भी नहीं हो रहा है तो आपका भी कहाँ से होगा। बात किया मैंने।
रूपानी भी आए थे, हमने देखा भी वो एयरपोर्ट पे, वही फ्लाइट में रूपानी थे। मेरी वो लोग बिजनेस क्लास में होते हैं, मेरी लड़की अंदर ही वही फ्लाइट में थे, बोलो वो लोग भी। इसको पता था कि ऐसा हो जाएगा।
आपकी वाइफ ठीक है? आपकी वाइफ
क्या, वो तो अभी उसको लाते ही नहीं, इधर उधर ही उधर इधर का वो देखती है मूवमेंट तो टूट जाती है। जो भी मिलने आते हैं रोती है, इसलिए उसको होटल पे छोड़ दिया कि तू इधर ही रुक, हम लोग आते हैं। हम चेक करके आते, ऐसा करके निकल गए। क्या समाचार है उधर देख लेते हैं।
सर आपका नाम?
सुरेश मिस्त्री। सुरेश
मिस्त्री। और आपकी बेटी का नाम केतल मिस्त्री? कीनल मिस्त्री। सर I'm sorry, अब हम क्या बोले आप? I'm sorry, I am really sorry. That's what I said, he's not changed. He came in, he saw Mr. Rupani go in, he showed me her Instagram post, his daughter's Instagram post, and it says, "Till I see you again, miss you." He showed me the selfie he took with her, he and his wife, when they dropped her. They've come in from Anand. He's wearing the same t-shirt, the same red and blue t-shirt. He's come back today, and that picture he showed me, because he's going on referring to it, he's going on looking at it, and he's saying it was at the same time yesterday, so exactly an hour ago. And he showed me that picture, and he's now come back to give his DNA sample to match with his 22-year-old daughter. That is the expanse of this tragedy, viewers, and it's not one. It is not one. There are 265 stories exactly like the one playing out behind me. That is the expanse of this heartbreak.